Are you tired of writing repetitive code in your React components? If so, you're not alone. Today, we're diving into a common issue many developers face when dealing with stateful React components. I completely understand how frustrating it can be to manage props and state in React. It often feels like you're stuck in a cycle of boilerplate code that just doesn't seem to end. Here's the specific question we're addressing today. One user asked, is there a better way to handle operations on props in React components? They mentioned the repetitive code they end up writing in the Constructor and componentWillReceiveProps methods. Sound familiar? Let's explore this together. So what's the issue here? When you need to process props and set state based on them, it can lead to a lot of duplicated code. This not only makes your components harder to read, but also increases the chances of bugs. And stick around. I have a great solution that will simplify your code and make your components cleaner. You won't want to miss it. To improve the user's code, we can utilize the componentDidMount and componentDidUpdate lifecycle methods. This allows us to handle props processing more efficiently. In the componentDidMount method, the user can process the initial props and set the state accordingly. This eliminates the need for processing in the constructor. Next, in the componentDidUpdate method, the user can check if the props have changed. If they have, they can process the new props and update the state. Finally, the user should keep the doSomethingWithProps function as it is. This function will handle the logic for processing the props, keeping the code clean and organized. Fun fact, did you know that React was developed by Facebook to solve their own problems with dynamic user interfaces? Now it's one of the most popular libraries for building web applications. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative approach suggested by a user involves using componentWillMount to handle prop-based operations. This method allows you to set the state directly in your helper function, reducing duplicated code in the constructor. That's the end of that answer. Let's see another perspective. An alternative approach suggests transforming props before passing them to the component. This can be done in two ways. First, you can create a simple stateless container that modifies the props and then passes them to your component. Second, you can use a connected component with the mapStateToProps method to handle the transformation. The first option is a simpler version of the second. Additionally, consider using selectors to compute derived props for your component. Here's a pro tip. Always keep your components clean and avoid unnecessary complexity. This will not only make your code easier to maintain, but also improve performance. And there you have it. By using componentDidMount and componentDidUpdate, you can streamline your React components and reduce boilerplate code. If you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more tips and tricks.